We are live now and on the air. This is Omnibroslive. Welcome. I'm Omnidog from Omnidog's Vault, joined as always by my fabulous co-hosts from near mint condition, Omar. Omar, how's it going?
It's going great. It's Monday. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. It's going good. It's going good.
Okay.
Not bad. How's Gabe doing from Gabe Infinity Watch?
Yeah, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It snowed here in Las Vegas.
On the ground or in the mountains?
Yes.
Both?
Yes, both.
Wow, I didn't know that happened there.
Yeah, I was up in the mountains a little bit doing some that RC car, like truck crawling stuff thing or whatever.
Oh, you did get talked into that, huh?
Yeah, no, it was lots of fun. It was cool. And then it started snowing, and I got all kinds of snow on my butt crack. It was weird.
Okay.
I just broke Jess.
Come on, Jess. You got to think of a segue to in-stock trades.
Well, I was going to say Emily does listen to this show, so be careful. She listens
Not only
to
Emily,
it religiously,
but also her mom.
Yeah,
So
also
be
her
careful,
mom.
Jess.
And that's Emily, from InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. Over $50 in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
So by the way, I was wearing my OmniBros shirt with the I Know Emily logo in the Muggle world a couple of days ago, and somebody asked me if it was like a fundraiser or something for Emily. They thought Emily was sick. And I'm like, oh, no, it's a lot dorkier than that. It's a comic book place online. And Emily just happens to be the goddess that works there that helps us with all our shipping problems.
She's
But
the
close,
poor lady who gets inundated
close.
by, is this book out of print? Is this out of print? What's going on?
Yeah, pretty much. She's the one that gets bombarded with all the questions. Yeah.
I made my order 35 minutes ago, and it still hasn't been picked and scanned.
All right, so what are we doing tonight, fellas?
Well,
What are
we've
we
got
talking about?
hauls, previews, and reads, what you've hauled, what you've read, and previews for the coming attractions on IST tomorrow. Wednesday also is when they officially go on sale.
But Tuesday is when IST goes on sale with the stuff.
Correct, and that's what we care about.
All right, so let's talk some deals. What is on sale? Because I have a big question. He-Man, Masters
Does
of
it
the
involve
Universe.
He-Man?
It sure as hell does. That is the book I'm curious about. Is it 50% off?
It certainly is.
So what is the final price?
$75. It's a $150 omnibus for $75. And
Sold.
You are going to be buying that book? That is very interesting.
It's He-Man, dude. I grew up on He-Man.
I
grew up on the Get Along Gang, but doesn't mean I'm gonna buy a Get Along Gang omnibus.
Or
the Muppet Babies.
I don't know.
It's He-Man and the Masters of the... Like, what is wrong with you two? How is that title not selling itself? I know I'm not alone.
When's the last time you saw the original He-Man? That show is terrible.
That show is awful, but who cares, man? That's our childhood.
A lot of that was written by
for the same reason I read this shit right now to this day.
That stuff's good though. That's the good stuff. That's current.
Well, I've read about like 50% of the He-Man stuff, and I really dug it because I mean they've got some good talent on it.
Okay.
Jurgens was on it for a while, and then Abnett, I believe, was it Abnett? One of those guys was on it. But anyway, yeah, it's good. Trust me.
Well, it's 50% off, so the savings go straight to you, Omar.
And everybody else in the chat that's going to get it. Except for Chris Davis. Hard pass. Guys, it's He-Man and the... You know what? I can't say it enough. It's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. How are you guys not making this book fly off the shelf? It's like a manlier Conan, if you will.
I take that personally.
But no, He-Man's wearing more clothes than Conan.
Yes.
So there. Pass.
There's 3 straight passes on that book. You're not doing a good job selling it, buddy.
All right. Well, it's a good thing I don't work for DC, or I would have been fired.
Dave K must buy.
All right, there we go, Dave K. Thank you, my man. We're alone apparently.
There are dozens of you.
These snooty OmniBros here. All right, so what else is 50% off, my man? So we can talk about some hauls and reads.
50% off includes Bully Wars, which is Scotty Young's book from Image. Captain America trade paperback volume 1, Winter in America. He-Man, 50%. 50% going once. Punisher trade paperback. I heard this book was good. World War Frank. That's 50% off.
Who's the writer on that?
That I don't know. We'd have to pull that up.
Previous. I'm sorry. I
got it up. Give me a second.
And Transmetropolitan trade paperback book 1 is 50% off. And that is it for 50% off books.
All right, Matthew Rosenberg is the writer of that. World War Frank. Yeah.
Huh.
Nice guy.
He's not
nice guy.
He's a pretty good writer too. Derek, the diverse collector, gets a pass though. He says he doesn't care about He-Man. He cares about the Blade of the Immortal Omnibus though. So another badass series.
Is that on sale this week?
It's manga, so I seriously doubt you two would know.
You're right.
So that's a completely hard pass. That's an easy pass, actually.
Not an easy pass because actually that's one of the few manga that reads left to right.
Gross.
Traditional American.
Gross.
It's the way you read your comic books. You dyslexic bastard. Left to right. It's the American way.
I understand that, but if manga it can't make up their mind, then I'm still not gonna buy it.
If it can't make up their mind, making it easier for you, dude.
I know Beauty Volume 5 is coming out. That's good. I like that series.
All right, what's the thing about Beauty? What is it?
STDs.
Yeah, killer STDs. Oh, the STD makes you beautiful, and everybody tries to catch the STD because it makes you extremely attractive. Yeah.
Oh, I like that premise.
Then it has serious consequences after it, though.
Yeah.
Hey,
DC Universe by Lane Wayne hardcover.
Don't say it, you son of a bitch. Where's my cheat sheet? I have a cheat sheet here somewhere. But my boy Wayne wasn't on there, so I can't use it.
Inkle Oversized Deluxe. And a Deadpool Marvel premiere graphic novel, Secret Agent Deadpool. That sounds interesting to me.
Oh, I need to know this. What is
that's a mini
Kim Possible?
Let's say that again.
What's the going rate for Kim Possible's Adventures?
This motherfucker right here
Adventures.
gave me shit about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and he wants to know the discount on Kim Possible.
Kim Possible is great though.
30% off.
It's not bad. It's only a $10 book.
$7. Yeah.
Like, are you buying that for your kids?
No, my kids don't read.
Okay. Gabe, I think you were like a little too old to be watching Kim Possible when that was coming out.
No way. I was probably 18 when it came out.
Yeah, I stand my statement. All right, so on to what we read, or what do you guys want to talk about? What we talk about this Monday?
Sure.
Well, Jess, you're the one that brought it up. What did you read, buddy? What have you been reading?
I read Grayson.
Yeah, good read.
Yes, and it's got a part in it that has to deal with Robin War, so I stopped and then read Robin War, which I didn't hate. I thought I was going to hate it, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. I loved Grayson. I loved everything about Grayson. This book was bitchin'. I loved it. I think Robin War suffers from everything that these books suffer from, and that is you never get a real flow because you get different writers writing different arcs, and so it it feels choppy a little bit. I like the concept. I liked reading about Duke. And then it led me to a couple of issues of Gotham Academy, which were included in Grayson. So I've decided this week I'm going to read Gotham Academy, which is a book Gabe's been beating the table about.
That book is amazing. You're going to fall in love. You got yourself a new book, a new favorite book coming up, Jess.
I can't wait. Yeah. So that's really what I read. Grayson took up the entire week.
You didn't talk about the sexy art in Grayson,
by Michael Shannon.
Yeah, everyone is so super sexy in that book.
Okay, here's something I just turned the page to. Boom, right there.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah, look at that. That's some of the art in this book. It is amazing. Yeah. Michael Shannon's art is remarkable.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now he's on Batman now, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were right. It is super sexy art.
Super Sexy Grayson is the full title of that book.
Yeah, there's some parts. Well, here's some more great art right there of Grayson in action. It's like 007 amped up to 100. There's no bullet he can't dodge, and no fight he can't win, and no spy stuff he can't spy. It's great. I loved it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. You must have watched my overview of Nightwing, and that's probably what inspired you to read Grayson. That's probably what it was, right? Is that what it was?
I actually have never seen your show.
You son of a bitch.
Is Grayson still considered continuity at all, or was that wiped out?
Yeah. No, it's part of continuity because Seeley co-wrote it. Everybody's like, "Oh, Tom King," and they put his name first, but they forget that Tim Seeley was the co-writer of that book, and he went on to write Nightwing, like the first 3 oversized hardcovers of the Rebirth series. So he wrapped up some of the stories in there. So you should keep reading it, Jess, or whoever.
Nightwing and Rebirth.
Yeah.
I need to. I do
because actually that Grayson Omnibus collects, if I'm not mistaken, Nightwing Rebirth 1, right, or the Rebirth issue of Nightwing.
Let's see. Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
I'm almost 100% that it does because it's also collected in the Nightwing oversized hardcovers.
Nightwing Rebirth 1. Yep.
Yeah. So it's a continuation of it. You should check it out, man.
Yeah, I have all 3, and I need to do a solid Rebirth read through because I've got a bunch of Rebirth still in its wrapper, and I really need to unwrap and read it all. I've got a lot of reading to do.
Is that your 2021 New Year's resolution?
Yeah.
So I remember the Cosmic Saga being in there in 2019, right?
They'll be in a completely new cycle on DC, calling it something new, reborn.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna wipe the slate clean. None of that Rebirth shit mattered. Doesn't toss your Rebirth books away. What about you, Gabe? What did you read? Were you done, Jess? I'm sorry.
I am now.
And then we can talk about hauls, right? We'll go back.
Sure, buddy. I have a haul you're gonna make fun of.
Probably.
Yep.
But not before I make fun of Gabe. Gabe, what'd you read?
I've been reading. I'm continuing on to the second hardcover for Deadly Class.
Are you finally hooked? Like, I know when you talked to us before, you were like, "I'm not digging this story at all."
It took 27 issues for me to actually really enjoy this book or this series.
Well, you are a persistent dude. Wow.
Well, I set like a goal in mind that I'm going to read these 2 books before I get into the series or the TV show. And also because I want to get into some of my other books back here that I want to kind of do like a readathon on. But yeah, that's why I stuck through this. If I was reading this in singles, I would not have stuck around with this book because Volume 1 is kind of a snooze fest. There's not a lot that happens in Volume 1 until like that. Like I think you said it. You called it out until the first cliffhanger, the real cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
With the rats and the darkness.
Love that stuff.
That's when it was like, okay, something really cool is going on here. But that picks up that's literally like the last page of the last of the Volume 1. and then volume 2 picks up right where that left off, and then it starts getting really good. And I think you guys were really right about a lot of the stuff about this book. Even Louis said that the second class is a lot more interesting than
I like the kids
the
better
now
on the
current
second class.
sophomore class. Yeah, I like the German kid who's really into like D&D, and he speaks very pompous, and he's very exciting, and he has that rivalry kind of with the Russian KGB kid, stuff like that. That's really cool. And then I got past the exploding toilet story.
Oh,
That
yeah.
kind of tell you like what's going on where I'm at. And then that's what finally hooked me. That's when I was like, holy shit, they swerved on me and really got me attached to that storyline there. So really good. I think it's worth reading the first volume just so you can get into the second volume and you have the context and some of the character familiarities that you will need for the second book. But man, there's not a single likable character in that first class. None of them. They all suck.
That first class, I agree. I kind of like the German guy, the second class.
Second class is really cool so far. I'm digging it. The little greaser Vietnam kid is cool.
No, but they've got characters in the first class that you love to hate.
Oh yeah,
it's
like
all
you
of them, man.
absolutely
Even Marcus
love
was a
to
piece of
hate.
shit.
Well,
Even Marcus,
I remember
Jess.
We did this on Old Reader, New Reader. Jess was talking about Marcus and like what he thought about Marcus. So you're right.
Did it just say that Marcus is just a little shit and needs to get out of his own way? Because
was
that's
talking about his depression and stuff. Like that's how Marcus deals with it.
Yeah,
which is funny because that's kind of like the Rick Remender stereotypical character that he writes in every one of his stories. Some better than others, though.
Oh, also, real quick, one of the main reasons I like that the East German kid is because they spent, I want to say, about 6 pages. He spent 6 pages of that book, of that issue, describing how he needed to take a fart. You remember that part?
I remember the elevator part.
Yeah,
I do. I remember that.
But it was like 6 pages of him just going on and on, describing the pain, describing the embarrassment. It was great, but it went on for like 6 pages until you finally got to like the punchline of that fart story.
I don't remember that, but I do remember the elevator scene. That was
yeah, I remember that.
But
is that all you read, man?
That's all I've been reading. I need to finish it up. I'm probably a little bit more than halfway through. Like I said, I'm on episode chapter 27, and I'm hooked now, so I can't wait to finish it up.
Excellent.
And then I'm gonna have to wait forever till the volume 3 comes out, probably.
Yeah, watch the TV show. TV show's pretty good.
How close does it follow the series? Would you say? Really
close. Because he's one of the Remender's one of the head writers, so he wants I would say really close.
Do you think it's going to be like season 1, class 1, season 2 is going to be class 2?
It better end there just to get people talking. Yeah, that's the way I would end it. Yeah. A very Game of Thrones season 1 kind of cliffhanger.
Like we talked about it before. I don't think it was with you, Omar, but we were talking about how much of a phenomenon Walking Dead was and what we think would be next and why Walking Dead was such a phenomenon. I think if the characters were more likable in Deadly Class, that would be like the next big phenomenon, like mainstream story to come from a comic book series.
I think they're more likable in the TV show. Kind of. Well, see, my problem with like Walking Dead, I never liked any of the characters, with the exception of what's her face, Michonne, however the hell they pronounce it.
Give it a shot.
I did. Fuck you, two bastards. Probably had the same problem I did too. I liked her, but that was about it. And then in the TV show, they're even worse. Like they're not likable at all. So I don't know. I think people just wanted to watch a zombie show because it's a zombie show.
People also wanted to watch it because they want to see who would die next. And I think that's one thing that Remender has in this book is nobody's safe.
Well, that's the way Game of Thrones was. That's why Game of Thrones became a huge thing.
Yeah.
That's why everybody was talking about, the Red Wedding and episode 9, season 1. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
This could be as good as Game of Thrones, like, if it's done properly. But I know Walking Dead, I think people are leaving left and right off that show, right? So I have no idea how it's still on. I stopped watching it after season 2.
Yeah, Rick left, and then Michonne is leaving.
Wow, they got nobody. Raw Shark, what's up, Nick Schmidt? Damn it. Tell you what I can pronounce though.
Mhm.
My Transformers. That's
That's
what I've been
nice.
reading. Been reading the IDW stuff that I got back in January. Just finished with this. This is Phase 2, Volume 8.
8.
Phase 2 should be finished. They should be able to wrap it up within 10 or 11 volumes. So I hope that IDW finishes the run in this hardcover format, and then at least gives us the rest of Phase 3, because they just announced the first 12 issues of the new ongoing series in a hardcover format just like this. And that makes me worry, because that's when they're like, oh, we'll shift our focus on the new stuff, and then nobody's buying this shit. But you've got people like me that have been collecting these since day one, and we want this damn story finished in this format. This is quite excellent.
They announced that the first 12 issues in a
Of the-
hardcover already?
Yep, it comes out this September.
Issue 1 hasn't even came out yet.
I know. First 12 issues have been solicited in a hardcover format for September or
Laying it
November.
all out on the table.
Well, and you know that, right? Like, they've revamped the universe. Like, all this
I know
is,
that. I understand
like,
that. The whole
it's gone because of Unicron, right? It's gone.
Right.
So that's what makes me worried. I'm like, shit, I don't want to hear that. I love it. Like, it means I can get my collections faster, but we haven't even announced any of Phase 3 yet. This is still kicking ass, even though this ridiculous story of Bebop and Rocksteady destroy everything.
ridiculous. I bet that means it's really fun and exciting.
It's ridiculous. Maybe to you. I don't know. It could have been a one-shot, but they decided to make it 5 issues. But I really like the art in this. I'll show you some of the art in Transformers. So this is a lot of the new stuff, the Teenage Mutant. This is the TMNT universe, collecting issues 1 through 8 of that, which is the new ongoing series, and it also collects the regular ongoing series of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issues 65 and 66. If you're not reading these 2 books, you're really missing out on some of the best comic books these days. They're quite excellent. I reread Spider-Man Blue for my show tomorrow night. Old reader, new reader. Been a while since I've read that one. Have you guys read that one?
I have not.
Oh, you haven't? Man, it's such a quick read, dude. It's like...
Okay.
I read it when it first came out in singles. It was great. All those colored Jeff Loeb stuff was really fun. It was great stuff.
I
don't know about White. I never read White.
That's what I was gonna say. I never finished White because it was like delayed for 4 or 5 years. I started reading this and forgot how bad it was. This is the Hulk, Dogs of War.
Oh, it's not good.
Dude, come on! It's Paul Jenkins. Like, it's really not that good. But I'm doing
I
a
thought
comprehensive.
Paul Jenkins in Humans was good.
Yeah. I like Paul Jenkins in Humans, and I like Paul Jenkins Century, and I liked Paul Jenkins Peter Parker Spider-Man. But I think that was about it. I mean, it wasn't that it was bad. It was just, I remember it being so much better because we had just wrapped up John Byrne's run that he got bored with, and this new guy came on board. And I'm like, oh, this is different. It's kind of a weird Peter David take on the Hulk, but it was okay. Because I'm doing a comprehensive reading order of Hulk, and I'm working on my second part, so I'm rereading a lot of the other stuff to make sure where it fits in and stuff. So I finished reading these runs, which I hadn't before, which they've just now collected in complete editions. The Mark Waid run and the the Dugan run. So, and of course, I read Berserk, because how can I not read it in this beautiful format? So that was nice. That's the hardcover edition. Comes out next week, next Tuesday.
You did a lot of reading.
I did do a lot of reading, man. Now I can't do much reading this week because I've got to finish Umbrella Academy, so Amanda and Maddie and I can review it. And then I've got to watch a couple of the Oscar-nominated movies because we're going to Oscar party. So
Wow,
That's
look
it,
at
man.
you living the life. Oscar party.
It's not what you think, dude. It's like literally us drinking and playing like Name That Tune and Pictionary. That kind of Oscar party. Not like eating fucking caviar, stuff like that. You know,
In
like
your finest
like
tux.
yes, or what I like to call Jess's Friday nights.
Right.
But that's all I have read.
Okay. What'd you haul?
Well, I was going to start with you since I cut you off. Remember? Yeah. What'd you haul?
I hauled pretty light this week. I got Marvel's Companion because I'm going to be reading Marvel's again soon.
Oh, that one's got ruins in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what you recommended to me, right?
Yeah, that's the alternate future, alternate ruin. Yeah. What else does that contain? Does that contain Eye of the Camera, which is the sequel to Marvels?
No, Tales of the Marvels, Blockbuster, Tales of the Marvels, Inner Demons, Tales of the Marvels, Wonder Years, Code of Honor, Conspiracy, and Ruins. Yeah,
wow.
I gotta get Eye of the Camera in singles, and I need to get it in. Has it been collected?
Yeah.
I'm sure it must have been.
Not in oversized format because, of course, it's not Alex Ross, but Eye of the Camera, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've only read it one time, but it was a good follow up. Kurt Busiek still wrote it. So.
Mm-hmm. And then I got volume 2 of Coyotes, which is great.
You dig that?
I do dig this.
That's the people that are trying to get Mexicans across the border illegally, but they also transform into coyotes. Is that what you were telling me?
In the city of I'll read you the back.
Okay.
In the City of Lost Girls, I don't think it has anything with getting Mexicans across the border.
That's what you sold me on. Okay.
Seriously? In the City of Lost Girls, women disappear all too often because the men in this border town have an unfortunate tendency to don animal pelts that turn them into woman-hunting wolves. And then the women rise up against them. I don't remember seeing anything about.
I like Omar's story better.
I'm pretty sure you sold me on it that way. I don't know why you.
I would love a comic book about smuggling illegals over the border.
And they transform into coyotes. Maybe I made it up in my head. All right, write that down. Write that idea down. We're gonna sell
copyrighted Omnibros Network.
Then I read a good review of this online, or else somebody suggested it, or maybe I dreamed it. But Ballistic.
That's the one about smuggling illegals over into the border.
Welcome to Repo City State, where everyone's an asshole, even the air conditioners.
Oh, I like the Derek Robertson.
Derek Robertson's on it? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I totally missed that book.
Yeah, I can show you some art in here. Let me.
Oh man, yeah, that's totally Derek Robertson. Look how gritty and nasty that shit looks.
Yeah. In this madcap, psychedelic, trans-real, utterly wacko buddy adventure, Butch and Gunn attempt to elevate themselves from air conditioner repairmen to master criminals in the twisted, eco-apocalyptic Repo City State, a reclaimed trash island built out of living technologies with bad attitudes. That sounds good to me. So I will be taking some drugs this week and reading this.
Man, I'm down for that.
And then the book Omar is going to make fun of me for, and so will the chat. I regret buying this already.
Wait. Don't hold it up yet. Don't hold it up yet. I'm going to guess. I get 3 guesses. Super Pro, the director's cut.
Super Pro.
I guess no, huh? Come on, Gabe, let's play. Did you get a manga?
No, not a manga.
Did you get I Hate Being Turned into a Slime or whatever the hell that manga is called? What's another shitty book that I would make fun of? Did you get like The Trial of Gambit?
No, that would be an excellent book.
All right, what did you get, man?
Omnibus Volume 2.
Yes.
I know.
You break
I
my
regret
heart.
it so much.
You're
As
never
soon
gonna
as-
read that. You're
I
never gonna read
know. As soon as I got it, I thought, what did I do? Look at these things on the back. I don't care. I don't care. Why did I get this?
I'm so proud of you for wasting your money. I do it all the time.
Oh, God. I want to put it up for sale for like $20 in the group.
Don't say that. Somebody will buy it and then flip it.
PayPal just now.
Oh, my goodness. I
You have the
know.
first Venom bus?
I do have the first
Yeah,
one.
yes.
Which I am fine with. I like that book. But the second one, I just feel like why the completionist in me wanted it to go right next to the other one, and I immediately regretted it. I don't even know that the wrapping's ever going to come off this one. I'm just bereft.
Show the back of it. I forgot what titles are in it.
Okay. Let me highlight me here.
So you got the original like Planet of the Venom of the symbiote stuff in there, the Hunger. Yeah, that's pretty much all dog shit. Oh, that Venom Wolverine cover is cool though, but I mean this is all probably this is gonna get root beer poured on it. I could tell already. That poor thing.
Oh my gosh, this book was $125. What was I thinking? God.
Man.
Ay.
We've all been there, Jess.
I know.
That should be a topic. What is like your regret buys recently?
I had to take a couple shots because I'm still in disbelief. I can't give you shit, man. I buy a lot of stupid stuff. Good for you. You got it 50% off at least, right?
Yeah, I did get it at 50% off, which means it still cost me $62.50.
You could have fed some kids.
I could have. For $1 a day, I could have fed 60 kids.
Oh man. Okay. So, well, I've never read this, so this was an impulse buy or something that I've had pre-ordered at Amazon, and I was going to do an overview on my channel because I kind of dig it because I started reading it, and it's Kaiju Max. Have you read this?
Oh, it's a great book.
Yeah, have you read this?
I read the first two. I haven't got to number 3 yet. Does that contain 1 and 2 or 3 also?
It's the first 12 issues, so I assume it's the first 2 books that you've already read.
Yeah, that's a wonderful book.
Oh, dude, this is so awesome, especially if you're a fan of like monster movies, but not monster movies, but big. Here, I'll show you like stuff like Ultraman. See, I grew up on like Ultraman and Ultra 7, but then of course Godzilla. So it's kind of like all the classic monster movies are in here. So you got characters like Ultraman and like Gamera and Godzilla. Oh yeah, this is awesome. And you got like spoofs off of Mechagodzilla. But you know, it looks like an easy read, but each page has this like little footnote. Each page has a footnote of like who these monsters are supposed to be a rip off of or where the idea came from. So really dig that. I got that last week. This is the new printed edition because the original one had like a page missing, I think. So there was a recall on it. And then I picked up the 5th volume of The Sixth Gun.
Oh, nice.
To try to finish out my run before the last one comes out.
Is that the deluxe?
Yeah, it's the big hardcover, not the super limited edition one. I don't know if they did it 1 of 5.
They did.
The only super limited edition one I got was the one that they had on sale at In Stock Trades many years ago when it first came out, and that was the very first volume. It's the one with the coffin.
Yeah, volume 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the first 4 volumes, and then I realized that I could still get the Gunslinger editions. I went back out and I bought all 5 of the Gunslinger editions.
Oh, nice.
What is it? Wow. Where did you get them?
They're all available through Diamond, besides volume 2, and volume 2 you can find somewhere else.
You can find it on Oni Press's website.
Thanks for giving it away, Jess.
Oh, why? What's the problem?
Are we keeping secrets from the people that I don't know about? Are you trying to flip books?
I'm not flipping books.
Fucking
Well, I'm
flippers.
gonna have to try and sell these 4 regular deluxe editions sooner or later.
Oh, that's why you want to keep secrets. Okay, well, throw Venom in there and make it like an even $50. Venom Omnibus Volume 2.
That's too expensive for that book. Like I said, Jesse's just gonna pour root beer on that shit.
I'd like to see a video of like Jess's regret, like instant regret, and him just pouring root beer on a $65 book.
Oh my god. I just got somebody ripping me a new one because I poured root beer on Astounding Wolfman. I even got into a discussion with him. I'm like, never mind. You're not getting the humor here, dude. And it's not a book that I want anyone else to read. That's the point. It's awful.
There are kids
they always come back with you
like,
with that. Like, you can just donate it if you don't like
yeah.
it.
Yeah, there's kids in Peru where I'm from that have never tasted root beer.
You just send kids from Peru that Coyotes book so they get ideas.
Hell no. They will
the
ship your nasty ass root beer back to you. No, thank you. We'll take the book though. So what else is next? That's all we got, man. We got 20 minutes left. Let's take it to the chat. Give us a topic to talk about, because you guys talked about
Jess
everything.
gave us a good topic we could talk about for a second. What's like a regret buy that you've had recently? I mean, besides all that manga bullshit that you've got.
It's my ex.
The Justice League book that Omar talked me into.
Oh, like, come on! You haven't even read it. You haven't even read it. You haven't even read it.
You told him not to. You told him it was terrible.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, don't read that shit. Don't read it. Instant, like as soon as I got it, man, that's tough. Cause I buy a lot of shit, but I'm like, I justify it. I'm like, no, this is gonna be great. I may have remembered it as being shitty. You know what? I'm gonna say like something that's gonna like not surprise you, but still hurt Gabe's feelings. But Onslaught, X-Men Onslaught, God, I hate that story. There's no reason why I own that omnibus except for being an X-Men completist. That's the story that drove me away from comic books. So, like X-Men Onslaught, like instant regret. Even at 50% off from in-stock trades, I was like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
That was a moment where teenage Omar became elitist.
Don't pull the trigger, you idiot! Don't do it. And then, like, I'm like, "No, I'm gonna do it. I need it. I need them all." And pull the trigger. Instant regret. I know there's others out there. Let me look through here real quick. What about you guys? Have you found any yet?
I'm looking.
Yeah, well, the Omnibus, obviously.
Omnibus. There's got to be some stuff on your shelf, Jess. Like that Powers by Michael Bendis. You got a Bendis.
That's a good
Powers
book.
is great, dude.
That's a good book.
Listen to you two.
That's a fantastic book. That's one of the best
let's
books
let's not say it's a fan. I will agree, it is a good book. That's one of the few Bendis
fantastic.
I don't know about fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It's good.
Omar, don't let your blind hate for Bendis get in your way. Good books.
I love some of his stuff, like his Secret War. I thought it was great. But, I don't know about fantastic.
I kind of regret Deadly Hands of Kung Fu.
Have you read any of them yet?
I read the Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu books, but the Deadly Hands black and white stuff, I kind of regret that. I don't know why I got that.
I don't even regret my Guardians of the Galaxy by Brian Michael Bendis. See? I don't regret it.
Don't?
I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Oh no. Well, speaking of Bendis regrets, I got one. A little while ago, before Bendis came over to DC, they re-released all Image and Icon. I'm sorry, not Image, Marvel and Icon. Re-released all of his books in the hardcovers, like his early stuff, like Jinx and Goldfish and Fire.
And Torso.
And I think Torso, yeah. And every copy of Jinx I ever bought when I was younger, when they were first coming out, the soft covers, always fell apart. Like the glue binding on those things were god awful. So when they announced that they were doing hardcovers, I was like, oh, sweet. I'm finally going to be able to read Jinx because it's not going to fall apart on me. So I ordered Jinx and I got the hardcover, and it's like the tiny little hardcovers that are like that big, probably like a little bit bigger than a manga. And I'm so disappointed in that. I still haven't read that book because I hate those smaller little hardcovers, which is why I really want to get that crime noir omnibus by Bendis. Outside of that, maybe the Deadpool's Classics omnibus. Like that was
which one?
That's the one after Joe Kelly. After the Joe Kelly stuff.
That's got the Christopher Priest run though.
I
That's a
don't know,
good run.
That
Frank
was the stuff when I was reading it.
Frank
That's when I
Terry's run.
stopped.
Gail Simone. I know you're sexist, but Gail Simone's run's pretty good.
No, it's all shit.
You know,
that was the stuff when I was reading it where I was just like, made me stop liking Deadpool when it was coming out in singles.
I got Daniel Way's Deadpool for me. Instant regret. Even at like the huge discounted price of like, I think it was 65% off plus the 4% off we got for that first Omnibros code.
Mm.
And I'm like, this is way too much money. I don't need it. I don't love Paco Medina's artwork that much. And I got it. And
Paco.
I love that dude's artwork, man. Great artwork. Shit story. I never really liked Daniel Way's Deadpool. I think that's about it. Like instant regrets. Yeah, that's it. Other than a bunch of shit, I'm sure I bought like movies and stuff.
Yeah, well, anything that I've poured root beer on has definitely been an instant regret.
No, you actually read those though. Instant regret means as soon as you got it, like as soon as you hit buy, you were like, "Oh, why did I do that?"
Oh, and I'm probably not going to read it.
Right, with that Ven Omnibus.
Right, that's the Ven Omnibus.
Identity Crisis. That was another one of mine that I bought after reading it in singles. I hated the singles. You all know how I feel about that story. And I needed it because I'm a completist. I'm like, well, I don't have it in hardcover. Now I didn't go crazy and bought it like in absolute format. But yeah, that was an instant regret.
And then we made you read it again for a review.
Yeah. Lots of fun rereading it.
Oh my gosh, that was miserable.
I tore that book a new asshole.
I still enjoy that book.
You are an idiot.
That's fine.
That book is ass. But you know what? More power to those people that love it. Such a condescending fucking nerd. I hate that book. But you know what? If you like it, awesome. I bought Kick-Ass when it came out. Regretted as soon as I finished the third one, or maybe the first issue of Volume 3.
Oh yeah, only Volume 1 of Kick-Ass was any good.
That is true. Volume 2 is revolting.
Is that the one with Hit Girl? Volume 2?
Well, Hit Girl's in the first one.
I don't remember that shit, man. It's Mark Miller. Yeah, vaguely remember the first one. All I remember in the first one was like some kid running up and saying, "Hey, there's some black guys beating up Kick-Ass," or some Mexicans or something. And I'm like, awesome Mark Miller dialogue.
Yeah, that was a regrettable book.
I think the second one is when a character cut the head off of a dog and wore it like a hat. And that's when I was like, all right, this is too much.
What? How is that too much?
Well, I don't know how you do things in Peru, but we don't wear dog hats here in America.
I don't get you, Gabe. You don't get offended by Crossed. Don't they do weird shit in Crossed?
Yeah, but they don't do like, you know.
You don't like animal cruelty? I get
it's
it.
the animal cruelty thing that just bothers me. Sorry,
yeah.
I got compassion for
I do
being
too.
Smaller than me.
But you know, like there's shit that happens in comic books all the time, like that with kids and animals.
I don't know what kind of comic books you read. It must be all that manga shit.
I was thinking of Garth Ennis books and and I guess some manga, yeah. But you know. Jess,
I didn't talk about him. That is such a lie, Joe Chip. I said I can't show you this, I can't show you that, I can't show you this. That's all I did, and I never showed anything. I didn't talk about him.
We stopped him from showing. That was the best part of that episode. Gabe and I were like, "No, don't do it, Jess. Stop talking
even
about."
The chat was like, "Abort, abort."
Best time on.
Yeah, there's no reason to regret that. That's one of the more popular.
That's a classic moment.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that and a lot of the Omar mispronunciations of words as well.
I give you guys gold, man. Once a year.
Solid
That's all you get. That's all you get. Yep, I got no more regrets. I own all the Ultimate comics in hardcover, oversized hardcover.
That
Still
one
don't
guy,
regret it.
Kevin on the group is selling like all the X-Men, Ultimate X-Men hardcovers, and I was just like, I was like, get behind me, Satan! Don't do it now. Don't do it now.
Do it. They're shitty. Buy them.
Dude, I love probably like the first like at least like 30 to 40 issues of that series. I really enjoyed
The stuff written by
out.
Mark Miller. Then Bendis took over. Then Brian K. Vaughan. Then I think
No,
Kirkman.
it was mostly Bendis, if I remember right.
The first 30 something issues were Mark Miller. Then
Okay.
Bendis took over the book. And they never finished it out in oversized hardcover. I think the last 3 issues are in that one hardcover, the Ultimatum hardcover thing. Anyway.
The Ultimatum like compendium?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same with the Ultimate Fantastic Four. The last couple issues.
Would I consider Raw Shark a regret? Hell no, I don't regret anything I do. That's why they make health departments, man. Yeah,
free clinic. Free clinic.
That Omar special booster shot. But
in that deadly class herpes.
I got all the Spawn library editions. I don't regret that shit. I hate that shit. Let's fucking read them.
I'll take them off your hands.
The damn Street Fighter comic books, those stories aren't good, but the damn art is beautiful. I own all that. There's a lot of stuff I own. You know, get what you like, man. But yeah, there are a few that instant regrets. Why am I doing this? Anything else, Gabe? You haven't said much. That Infinity Gauntlet box set?
Fuck you, no way.
The tank top. Chris Davis. Shut up. The tank top's awesome.
Like one of the guys from the store is going to the Amazing Hawaii convention this weekend. So he told us, give us some books that you want signed, because George Perez is going to be there. And if you don't know, George Perez, this is his last year doing public appearances. He's only doing like maybe 4 or 5 conventions, and that's it.
Yeah, he's doing 5. He's going to be a C2E2, man.
Oh, dude, I'm there.
I know.
My friend said, I'll take books, but if you want like omnibuses, signed, you have to mail it to my hotel room, because I can't carry all that stuff on the plane and whatnot or whatever. And
a real friend would.
Well, he's got a million things for the store to take with him too. But don't think I wasn't half prepared to mail out that fucking Infinity Gauntlet box set to him to get that thing signed, hit up by everybody. Because Ron Lim is there, Jim Starlin is there.
Oh, they've got the damn Infinity Gauntlet crew, huh?
Yeah.
I've got my Infinity Gauntlet 1 signed by him, but it's one of those non-CGC things, so I know you don't count that.
I have mine CGC. I gotta get that. That's one of the things I'm gonna get signed by Jim Starlin to get it pressed. I know I can get a better grade on it than what I have on it now.
And I've got my Crisis on Infinite Earths Absolute signed by Marv Wolfman, so I'll probably take that with me to get Perez to sign it.
Marv Wolfman's at Hawaii too, so I'm kind of in the state of I don't know what to send out to him to get signed, because I have so much cool stuff that I want signed by Perez and Wolfman and Starlin. So
I regret a bet I made with my best friend because he made me buy Red Hood and the Outlaws New 52.
Is that Luis in the chat?
Was that an omnibus? I wonder if that was the omnibus. If it wasn't the omnibus, wasn't that bad. Yeah, at least it has good artwork.
The same story.
It's got Kenneth Rocafort's art, so you can look at it like that. I think that dude's got an amazing art style. Reminds me a lot of like early Mark Silvestri.
I'm trying to think what else I got that I don't really quite, that I might regret getting. I don't know.
That's it for me. No regrets.
I don't buy a lot of shit that unless I know I'm gonna like it for the most part.
Yeah, I don't see much else here.
But maybe top 10. I absolutely top 10. I remember I was trying to read that when it first came out. It was kind of a
you didn't like it?
To get through. Like reading it in singles. Reading it in singles was rough. I'm gonna try and do it again.
Sell that to me. That's a book I'm missing, and I like it.
Trade you for your Spawn library editions.
Which one?
I don't know.
You can have my shitty Hellspawn. I know that's a sought after book too.
Here's a question for
Wait,
you.
the trade paperback?
No, the
Or is it
hardcover.
hardcover? Oh, the hardcover.
Go ahead, Jess.
For
Sorry.
Omar, sorry for asking this. Blah blah blah. I never read New Mutants. Could I jump into the Zeb Wells, Dan Abnett stuff?
Oh, yeah, you can, but they're kind of not good. I would suggest going and getting the Epic, Volume 1. Let me see if I can get it. This book right here. Read this and then go into the Zeb Wells stuff if you want to, and Abnett, because every one of these characters appear in that book, and those stories will mean a lot more if you at least read this first epic. And this is still available in print, right?
I think
Gabe?
so.
I mean, I can
hope
look
so.
it up.
Yeah, there's only 2 New Mutant
That'd be
epics
kinda
so
cool.
far. It's
Is there 2? Which ones are there?
I'll show you. So I'll do a comprehensive reading order of New Mutants. This is what it will look like. And everything leads up to the.
Well, what's the
cable
second
stuff.
one?
It's volume 6, and it is called Curse of the Valkyries.
Oh, it's not the
sorry.
Rob Liefeld stuff? No one cares.
Valkyrie. Plural. No, but it's nice that they decided to finish this off, because remember we have that Rob Liefeld Marvel Premiere hardcovers. So we have that. So yeah, that's those are the only 2. But get this one and then read that stuff. You won't regret it. No regrets, man. Or get the Zeb Wells shit. Not that good. Oh yeah, wait, there is another epic coming out that's got the Legion storyline where they introduce Legion. So
Oh, is that the Demon Bear stuff? Or
and that's some of the. I ain't even gonna try to pronounce fucking Bill
Sienkiewicz. Very good.
Hey, look at that.
Stankiewicz is what everybody in my store mispronounces his name, but yeah, that's how they pronounce it. We just call
Omar
him Bill Sandwich.
Speak pretty one day. I love this guy's
I
art.
wish that book was out already, because he's gonna be Bill Sienkiewicz is gonna be in the store in a couple of weeks.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude! Like, I know everybody loves the Demon Bear saga, but my favorite issue that he drew was this one. Is it 17 or 18? Hold on, I think it's 17. It'll be in the volume 2 of the epic. It's this one issue where Rain goes into this fairyland. It's just so surreal, but it looks like a Disney movie. That's the issue that made me fall in love with his artwork.
I lost all those in the flood. I was quite bitter about it.
Yeah, but dude, you know they're going to come out with epics of these. They're coming.
Keep me posted on that.
There's 2 so far that you need to buy, and then
Which 2?
I just showed it to you.
I have the first one.
Okay, and then volume 6, this one here, the Curse of the Valkyries.
I missed the classics. The classics got swept up in the flood.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is the classics will be replaced by these.
By epics.
Correct.
Okay.
So you got nothing to worry about.
Jeff Luch, we did do previews at the very beginning of the show.
And by the way, that New Mutants Epic Volume 1 is still in print. It's still orderable.
Yeah, go get that. That's completely worth it. In stock trade.
I'm gonna pick that up myself. Honestly, I didn't know that was out.
It's a great read.
I'm ordering that right now.
Some of the best comic books ever written. New Mutants, I never got the love that X-Men got, but
I like how it has the Marvel graphic novel 4 in there. That's perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's where the story starts, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, but that's just go by the Epic collection. A lot of stuff is pretty much told chronological.
Oh, absolutely.
Same with those IDW Transformers and Ninja Turtle stuff. They put in the mini series and stuff like that all in basic, proper reading order.
So just go buy this one, so they keep making them.
Okay.
And I'll get it signed by Claremont later too.
There you go.
So if you want, Omar, send me some Sienkiewicz stuff if you want to get signed.
I think I may get some issues like the first appearance of Legion signed.
Send it.
I like to start decorating my wall with more comic books. Anyway,
speaking of comic books,
yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of comic books, if you want to get your collected editions up to 50% off, you need to go to InStockTrades.com, where loyalty discounts can add 2% to that. Over $50 in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Which means we're nearing the end of the show.
And before we do, I think there's a really good question here from Derek Cueto. Would you guys recommend Sandman for a new reader, or should I take other routes first?
I would definitely recommend it.
I would. It reads more like a novel, like one of the greatest novels ever written. So I don't see why not. I mean, if you like reading, fuck yeah, go for it. It's amazing. Does In-Stock Trades send to Mexico? I think they do, don't they? Because I know they send to New Zealand.
They'll send it wherever you want to pay the shipping.
Shipping, right.
Shipping's going to be the killer there.
Yeah, so make sure it's a nice big order. Make it worth the shipping. Don't do like one epic collection or something like that. You'll end up paying more for shipping probably.
Right.
Should I get the XO Mana War Compendium 1 or wait for possible omnibuses? Not for me. Jess, is this the classic XO Mana War that they started doing, or is he talking about the new XO?
Boy, new XO. I have those in hardcovers. I don't follow them in compendiums. Darn, I wish David Codd was on right now. He's an expert in Valiant stuff.
Oh, is he? Okay, yeah, I am not. I've read 0 new Valiant. Old Valiant? Yep.
Yeah, so Omar, where can they find you on
Friday nights?
Friday night. Tomorrow night on Near Mint Condition. What are you doing? Reader for what now?
We are doing this little book right here that was suggested to us for Valentine's Day. So it's our Valentine's Day book. It is Spider-Man Blue. There's not a joke in there, I swear. And then we are reviewing Umbrella Academy on Thursday, not up against OmniBros. I think we're doing it at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then,
well, if you want viewers, you better not do it up against us.
Don't do that. I did that before. It was a dick wrestling contest. It wasn't pretty. But yes, you can find me on my channel called Near Mint Condition. I post videos almost every other day.
Yeah, you're a machine.
I am sometimes when I'm creative.
Gabe Infinity Watch, where can they find you?
You can find me YouTube, Instagram, Gabe Infinity Watch, and on the Facebook group as well.
And you can find me, Omnidog, at Omnidog's Vault on YouTube and on Instagram, Omnidogs_Vault.
Yeah, Sequential Consequence. They had the manga show the same time as Old Reader, New Readers. They did. Those bastards. It was all good, though.
I had nothing to do with either of those, so I can sleep without a guilty conscience.
You are the mastermind behind the scheduling, so yes, you did have everything.
No, I had nothing to do with manga or New Reader.
You were trying to destroy both channels so everybody would subscribe to Omnidog's Vault.
Well, if anything's going to destroy this channel, it's going to end up being manga.
That's your fault. You said let's have a manga show.
Freddie Alonso, I would get the monster-sized Marvels. That's a lot less. It's a lot easier to read than the platinum-sized one that I have. I don't regret that a bit, but the monster-sized one is plenty big.
Wait a minute. Looking for just the giant-sized ones? Because the Marvels is in a regular hardcover.
Yeah, they get the. I mean, that's the one I have, the 10th anniversary hardcover. Yeah, wait a minute. There is a monster size and a.
I think there is going to be a new monster-sized one.
That just got solicited or announced not too long ago.
Wait a minute, but I thought Gabe did the monster size video of Fantastic Four. Aren't those things huge?
Yeah, that thing's actually bigger than Marvel's. Way bigger. That's the biggest book I own.
OmniBros, where you get your answers.
But it's less expensive, much less expensive than the Marvel's Platinum Edition. So much less expensive.
I wouldn't get any of those giant ass books unless it's something that you really just want to like showcase and display off, because
I thought it's
gonna be a little hard to read.
I thought you had the Fantastic Four one though.
I do have the Galactus one, yeah, because I love that Galactus story.
Oh.
So, but I'm saying if he's looking for a hardcover so that he could read Marvels, that probably isn't the best route. Just get
No,
the
wait,
regular
man.
ones.
You take that monster size thing, you read it on the shitter. That's how you test out your
Yeah, take that thing on the subway and see if you can find yourself a seat or anything holding that bastard.
You would have to take up another seat for your monster size book. Sorry, lady. With
You
the
hit people in the
groceries.
face with it and shit.
Sorry,
Every time
lady,
you
with the
turn
groceries
around,
and the screaming kids.
Knock
like-
over
it's
your
like
size.
knock
like those
over your
assholes in
laptop.
cosplay. It's like those assholes in cosplay at conventions that have those giant swords. So every time they turn around, they hit people.
Those assholes at conventions. Watch where you're going, Gabe.
I know. Get out of the
Somebody's-
fucking aisle if you're taking pictures, dick face. I'm gonna walk right through the picture. I don't even care.
He's got a sword. Don't fuck with a dude that's dressed up as Guts from Berserk, man.
Yeah, but it's
That's
made out of
bad news.
styrofoam, and he's been wearing that thing for 3 days without taking a shower.
I'll be at
either.
C2E2. If a guy with a fucking styrofoam sword kicks the shit out of you, I'm gonna video it and putting it on Omnibros Live.
It's gonna take a lot more than a styrofoam sword to kick the shit out
And
of
I
you.
hope he drops a fucking monster size marbles on you too.
Well, I need you to show up in your tank top so that you can be my
That's
muscle at the
shit.
convention,
I
dude.
will, son. I'll drop that damn monster size book on you. All right. Is that it, guys?
I think that's it. That is it for
Okay.
tonight. Thank you to the chat. Thank you for participating. Thank you to all our viewers. Please hit the like button if you can. No, not if you can. Hit the like button. Go
Damn,
right
can.
there and hit the like button. You can. It's right there.
That's what all the cool
Thumbs
kids
up.
are doing.
Yeah, thumb us up. And like that. And you'll see us again on Thursday night when we have some form of show. So for all the Omnibros, I'm Omnidog saying peace and love, peace and love.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.